Let me ask you a question. Would you buy a $150,000 car without asking the dealer for a Carfax report? This is Jamie Millhiser from Fairway Mortgage. Now, I'm speaking in generalities, but of course, you probably wouldn't make that mistake. Unfortunately, in this housing market we're in, a lot of buyers are making a pretty similar mistake when they're looking at foreclosed properties. Now, maybe you're doing some brick kicking on the internet, or you and your loved one, or on your own, you've been doing some consideration about getting into this housing game. It's a great time to do it. Rates are great, prices are great. And even if you're not thinking exactly that you're going to buy a distressed or foreclosed property, with the amount of inventory that's out there, there's a good chance that you're probably going to get involved in a transaction that involves a bank, a lender, or a asset management company, either representing the seller or as the seller, just strictly based on the statistics that are out there today. Now, if you end up buying a home in this type of scenario, it's a completely different ballgame, totally different rules, and you need to be aware of these rules and protect yourself from them. Now, let's talk about the 5 most common mistakes buyers make today when getting involved in buying an REO or foreclosed property. Number 1, buyers in today's market are making the mistake of not being conscious of the property that they're looking at buying. You can fall into a situation very easily based on HUD guidelines or the stipulations that are set forth in regard to the condition of the property that you qualify for a loan, but the house doesn't. Chipping and peeling paint's your number one culprit, especially in the state of Wisconsin with the changes in weather. But make sure you know what kind of loan program you're going into, what are the standards and guidelines for the collateral that you might buy, and make sure that the property you're looking at fulfills those guidelines. Number 2 big mistake that buyers are doing today, not getting pre-qualified before they go house shopping. Truth be told, no realtor is going to entertain an offer from you, nor is any seller going to even accept a real estate contract with your signature on it, unless you have a pre-qual letter from a lender like myself. Also, you don't want to put the cart in front of the horse. Make sure you're comfortable with the loan products that are available, interest rates, payments, and have an idea of your price range and how the taxes and mortgage insurance and things like that would affect your monthly budget. You should probably know you have the bullets in the gun before you go out there and start trying to put in contract offers. Number 3, and this one's a dandy. A lot of sellers nowadays in regard to these REOs are not going to let you get inspections on the property. They're only going to sell the property as is. That's a tough sale for me, and it should be a tough sale for you. You need to be completely cognizant of what's going on with that property, including the roof, the basement, the plumbing, the electrical, everything. And one of the new nuances to this entire thing is you're going to go through homes that have no utilities on, and they might not have had the utilities on for a year or two. The home's winterized, the power's off, and nobody has any idea if the plumbing comes on. Now, first off, you can't even get financing nowadays without confirming that the utilities work, so they're going to have to be turned on, and that's in your best interest because you don't want to buy a house and find out you can't flush your toilets or none of your light switches work. Make sure you know what the condition of the property is, and if it's an as-is deal and that's make or break, move on, find another house. There's a lot of inventory out there. You don't have to settle. Number 4 mistake, get a buyer's agent. Get a realtor to represent your best interest. I got news for you. When you're doing open houses on Sundays, driving around the neighborhood, that person standing in that kitchen, they're not looking out for you. They're looking out for the seller. And here's the beauty part. You retain a realtor as a buyer, they work for free as far as you're concerned. The seller pays their commission. Always bring a gun to a gunfight. And number 5, get a good mortgage lender. Please, I'm begging you. In this day and age, in handling the largest investment possibly of your life, you're just going to flip open the yellow pages or take the top guy on a Google search? Come on. Talk to your friends and family. Do some homework on the internet. Find out who the mortgage pro is in your area. So there it is, your 5 common mistakes that people make today when trying to buy a foreclosed property. You do the opposite of what I was just talking about, and you should be aces. It's a great time to buy out there, and there is some great deals. So make sure you get yourself a good realtor, get yourself a good lender, and do your homework on the property and protect yourself. This is Jamie Millhiser, Fairway Mortgage. Thanks for watching the video. Hey, follow me on Twitter.